Hey guys, BK's on the phone. Things are happening, so I have to talk. Okay, so the obvious, right? The obvious is that we want this yellow count to fulfill, and we want this to be 1, 2, 3, and we want 4 to be in, and now we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in case that the obvious doesn't happen, right? Let's talk about some doomsday scenarios. Let's talk about the fact that this is not over, that this is just wave X or wave B, and that the wave 4 is further to come. Now, on the lower time frame, we could say that this one was a 3-wave move, a 3-wave up, and another zigzag. So you can say that this is a double zigzag. If not, if you want to count this as a 1, 2, this being 3, 4, and another impulse here for a 5, to have an impulse here, then you would have a flat, and this would be your wave X, and now you can have any form of corrective pattern. It can be a zigzag, it can be a triangle, it can be another flat to do your wave Y like this. In case you want to count this as double zigzag and then a zigzag up, then this would be a 3, and then you can have an impulse for a 5, and this would be a flat. And as I said before, price action doesn't care if we're gonna arrive at a certain target like that, or we're gonna arrive there like this. So we're not there yet, and we're stalling. Why are we stalling? Well, because we are currently looking at a price action that looks like a zigzag more than a wave 3. As you can see, the channel is subdividing it in a zigzag mode, and we're barely 1-to-1 in supposed A to C wave. Now, in case this is a 1-2, well, then we need, as I mentioned before, we need this not to be shallow, not to be deep retracement. We want it to be shallow, and then just continue on building the wave 3, and then I would regard this to be a 1-2 and then a 1-2, and then off we go for the macro 3 of the 5th wave. So in case that this doesn't do that, in case that we don't go and that we form a larger 4, well, then I would go to a scenario where I would have to consider that something like this is possible. If we had a teeny tiny shallow 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then potentially this is the 5th of the wave 3, and then I would have to put my 3 here, and in this case, if this comes, I would look at it this way, and then we would have to delete that, and we would only have one macro 5th wave to come. So those are the doom scenarios that I'm looking at currently. On a smaller time frame, we are dropping. Like, I have it on the 15 minutes, but even if you put on a 30, it's still fine. So the drop is getting out of the channel. Currently we're sitting at the zigzag area, 1618 of the wave 1. So this starts to look like a wave 3. If we get some sort of a sideways action here and another drop, well, you know what to look for. And after having an impulse at this spot, well, short, I guess. Bitcoin dominance on this chart that I have is starting to fall from this channel. So that could mean, dear God, dog, that could mean that we're gonna lose this trend and Ethereum could start taking over, and as you can see, it did. All right, lower low and an invalidation of this area is something that I'm looking at first. So total 3, there is also a bearish scenario for this one as well. If we look at the structure and the channel, I have it as a macro 3 in, and every wave kind of speaks for itself with a 1-2 and a 1-2 smaller, and it's even smaller than the smallest completes here for the 4, 5, 4, 5 for the third wave. And now either the 4 is in, or we have this doom that I'm talking about, and many liquidations and many stops, and crypto is dead and whatnot, and then the 5th wave. So Ethereum, when I said that, for example, Bitcoin is doing this zigzag channeled thingy, well, Ethereum is not. At least Ethereum is looking more impulsive right now, and if I had to put a count on it, then it would be looking like this, with larger yellow 1-2, then an inner 1-2, inner 1-2, and only now some sort of a third wave is in, because you can see there is a small 1-2 here, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna see if it keeps on giving, because this can pull the whole crypto space up if Bitcoin decides to not cooperate. So in case we don't manage to keep on keeping on, and this is just another zigzag, well, this thing will just follow Bitcoin. Although, as I mentioned, the dominance of Bitcoin is falling right now. Hopefully alts are gonna take over. All right, this puts us in a macro scale of 1-2, 1-2. Now this 4 looks ugly, but if this keeps on giving, well, we might get completion of the first third wave, and then we have the 4, 5, and a 4 and a 5. I called 10k like at the beginning of potential bull market, so I have it just as a target right now, because if we kill the war zone area, then we're gonna have perhaps some sideways movement here. All right, nothing cooperates today. Well, never mind, sideways movement here, and then price discovery and whatnot. So another possibilities of doomsday, as you can see, if you count link on yellow count, you can have a potential bottom right now with an irregular top of a flat W, X, and an ABC, Y. Now, not the best looking structure to start with, and this is why I'm not so certain that the bottom is in. So if you take a look at the red count, and you have the normal top here, I would call this a zigzag first, and now we're having a wave B or a wave X. So W, X, and another zigzag to complete the pattern. And then what we're looking at is we channel to the top of X, and we wait for this channel to die and for the price action to go up, and then we can consider longing, or if you just want to do the usual regular wait at a golden zone and try your luck there. And we're not there yet. This can be an ugly start, but if it does something like this being 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 4, 5, well, then you can have a case of this being an impulse. And we keep on keeping on. For example, Arbitrum, like I don't know how further can it go. This being a wave A with a 5 down. What did I have? It's a flat A, B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a red 1, 2, strong 3, perhaps ending diagonal with a truncation 5. If not, alternative would be a flat and another wave down. But here's a clear invalidation. So another doom to have in mind. And in case this was a wave 1, or this is a wave 1 in making, well, we need this still. Still need that. And that would be either the beginning of something new or a C to end this move. Opus, so this one has a nice structure as well in a macro. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading expanding diagonal, then channeled nicely for the ABC, and then we're escaping the channel with the motive wave, another leading diagonal. Now this one was a bit hard to count, so this is why I placed a potential 2 here already. And I did long it somewhere there or there, I cannot remember. Yet, as you can see, it's struggling right now, just like the whole space. So this can be another form of a flat for wave 2, and off we go. If not, how else can I look at it? Well, here there is a clean impulse. Up until there. This can be, this could be a 1, 2 and another 1, 2, and now we're just printing the wave 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this would be 3 and a 4 and a 5 for the new trend. And the channeling, works more for wave 3. Dear God. Okay, this one looks good. And this one is even better for wave 3. To be honest, I just wish things go. This one as well, from the top, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And where do you count the beginning on this one? In case it's a no. So obvious impulse down. If it's a part of some sort of a flat, this will be the end, and now we go on. And if this was an impulse down, well, another impulse down. And of course, like, did you even think that this did something? No. This doesn't even look like it wants to do something. So you can always have a potential lower low. Example being that you have a wave A here, flat B, 1, 2, 3, terminus of 4 doesn't enter the wave 1, and there you go, you can have a perfect little disappointment in a ripple for a potential termination. Okay, those were the evening thoughts. I hope I said everything that I wanted there. Have a good evening.